Welcome to this lesson on combining exponent rules. In algebra, you often learn the rules of exponents one by one, like the product rule or the power rule. But real test problems rarely come that simple. They usually mix everything together into one big expression. Today, we are going to learn how to tackle these multi-step simplification problems with confidence. Before we dive into the complex stuff, let's quickly open our toolbox and ensure we have everything we need. You should already be familiar with these 4 key rules. First, the product rule. When multiplying same bases, add the exponents. Second, the quotient rule. When dividing, subtract the bottom exponent from the top. Third, the power rule. Power to a power means you multiply. And finally, negative exponents. A negative exponent creates a fraction, effectively flipping the base to the denominator. When you face a big messy problem, the order in which you simplify matters. Think of it like a specialized order of operations for exponents. First, simplify anything you can inside the parentheses. Second, apply the power rule to remove those parentheses. Third, combine any remaining terms by multiplying or dividing. And fourth, as a final cleanup step, move any negative exponents to make them positive. Let's break this down. Step 1 is to look inside the parentheses. In this example, we have 2x cubed times x squared all raised to the 4th power. Don't worry about that outer 4 yet. Focus on the inside. We can combine x cubed and x squared using the product rule to get x to the 5th. Now the problem is much cleaner. 2x to the 5th, all raised to the 4th power. Step 2 is to apply that outer exponent. This is where the power rule comes in. We need to distribute that exponent of 4 to everything inside the parentheses. A common mistake is to only give it to the variable. No, the number 2 also gets the power, so it becomes 2 to the 4th power times x to the 20th power. Since 2 to the 4th is 16, our result is 16x to the 20th. Step 3 is often the final step, handling negative exponents. In algebra, a simplified answer usually cannot contain negative exponents. The rule is simple. If a term has a negative exponent, move it across the fraction bar. Here, y to the negative 3 moves to the denominator and becomes y to the positive 3. The 4x to the 5th stays on top because those exponents were already positive. Let's try a full example together. We have the quantity 3x squared times x cubed. Following our strategy, we handle the power rule first. 3 squared is 9, and x squared becomes x to the 4th. Now we bring down the x cubed. Finally, we use the product rule to combine x to the 4th and x cubed. Adding 4 plus 3 gives us our final answer, 9x to the 7th. Here is a division problem. We have x to the 4th squared divided by x cubed times x squared. Let's simplify the top and bottom separately first. On top, x to the 4th squared becomes x to the 8th. On the bottom, x cubed times x squared becomes x to the 5th. Now it's a simple quotient rule problem. Subtract the exponents. 8 minus 5 gives us x cubed. Now for the boss level challenge. We have a fraction inside parentheses with negative exponents involved. First, let's simplify inside. Look at the x terms, x cubed divided by x to the negative 1. 3 minus negative 1 is 4, so we get x to the 4th on top. For the y terms, y to the 1st divided by y to the 4th is y to the negative 3. Now we apply the outer square to everything. 2 squared is 4. X to the 4th squared is x to the 8th. Y to the negative 3 squared is y to the negative 6. Finally, move that y to the bottom to make it positive. Watch out for these common traps. First, forgetting to apply the exponent to the coefficient number. 3x squared is 9x squared, not 3x squared. Second, don't confuse the rules. Power to a power means multiply, not add. And lastly, remember that a negative exponent on the bottom moves to the top, and one on the top moves to the bottom. It basically flips the position. To wrap up, remember this checklist for success. Always simplify inside the parentheses first if you can. Distribute your powers to every single part of the base. Handle your coefficients like normal numbers. And always save the negative exponent cleanup for the very end. If you follow this process, even the hardest problems will fall apart into simple steps. Thanks for watching.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.